my God. I feel good this morning. Thank God for waking us up. Let's just do that first and foremost. Give praise to the Almighty for giving us another chance, another opportunity to be in the land of the living and to be in our right minds. So let's start the day off like that. Now let's get into this ass whooping. All right, let's get it. We ain't got time to waste.
All right, that one flew over the head. That one flew over the head, but we're going to let that one slide.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Grand Rising, how are you?
Good, I'm good. Y'all ready?
I was born ready.
Born ready.
Y'all twins, I guess y'all was born at the same time. Ready?
No, I was ready.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay.
Patched ready.
As you can see, you don't see the heavily beam coming down my joint? That'll tell you. Look at the beam.
Oh, my God. Okay, that's funny. That's funny.
But look at the nature.
Nature had nothing to do with it.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into these questions because I can see this is going down a rabbit hole. Okay. All right. So, a man barely checked on his mother while she was alive. At her funeral, he's front row now, crying the hardest and posting long tributes online. Is grief still real, even if the love wasn't shown when it mattered?
Well, good question. Okay. We got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna grub a little bit while you answer this. Yeah.
All right, I'll start it off then. Give you a chance to lift the food down. Yeah, grief still does matter. Not everybody has the best of relationships. Not everybody shows it the way how we would like them to show it, or we would like to see it. I can't knock you if you never really dealt with it. Maybe there were some traumas that you didn't want to deal with. Who knows? We don't know that. But if he wants to do these long tributes or whatever have you, that's on him. Maybe he loved her his way. It may not be the way I may have loved her, or even showed it. But nonetheless, I can't question the next man's grief and how he shows it. So I'm gonna be quick with that. Grief is real, and however you show, whoever you show it to, that's on you. I'm not here to minimize his love for his mother. I wouldn't have showed it that way, but it's grief still, in my opinion. Brother Ford, it's grief, regardless of whom or what.
Yo, what up, Ford? That's what you're going with? That trash?
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
That was trash. It ain't grief.
All right.
Grief is totally different. That's guilt. You know why he felt guilty? Because the simple fact he wasn't there. That's guilt. And now you want to post and act like, oh, you know, you ain't really grieving. You are a guilty individual. Because all of a sudden now you want to go to the funeral. You probably thought you was going to get some money. That's probably another reason why he probably showed up. Yeah, I'm about to get on this well. I'm about to get some blessings, so I got to show. See, a lot of people be faking the funk when they don't really spend time with their siblings or family members, whatever the case may be, a parent, and then they want to turn around and want to start posting stuff. Oh, like as if like they was the greatest child ever. They had the greatest relationship. I say this, if you don't have a good relationship with somebody, either you can build it or just leave it as is, but don't be sitting there trying to grieve over somebody that you never really dealt with before, that you don't even deal with. Because my thing is this, I'm only grieving if I love you. I'm not grieving for everybody. Straight up and down. If I love you, I'm a grieve. You're gonna get all the grieving. But if I don't love you like that, if you're a family member, you're just like, all right, like this is my cousin. I rock with my cousin, but that's just my cousin. I ain't grieving like that. I ain't posting nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not close to a sibling like that, I'm not gonna do it. That's just me. Everybody else, they want to do it. Hey, you're doing it for clout, and you're trying to do it just for what? For what? Because last I checked, it's truly out of guilt. You feel guilty, so now you want to go out there and you want to throw all that crap out there, like, oh, you know, I miss my mom. Did you really miss her? Because why? If you missed her, you would have been with him when she was alive. Don't wait till somebody pass, and now you want to act like you missed them all of a sudden. And people do it right now. Not only the family, people do it right now. They be fronting, talking about, yo, man, you know, rest in peace. Oh, you ain't even spend time with this dude to be talking about sleep in peace and all that.
Mhm.
Come on, dead me with that nonsense.
Mhm. Is that what you're going? Well, I guess that is what you're going with,
And I'm standing on it.
and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Everybody's reality isn't your reality. You don't know what kind of mother that was. You don't know what kind of trauma she's given. You don't know. You don't, and you don't know how somebody processes that. I'm not here to take tallies on what you should do from what you shouldn't do as it pertains to your mother, your children, your brothers, your sister, your siblings, or whatever have you. I'm not here for that. Some people love in silence. Some people say, I love them, but I can't deal with them because this is who they are. You got to realize that being amongst somebody could bring you down. They could be bringing traumas out on you all the time. That mother could have been a favoritism to your other siblings and didn't give a damn about you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to sit up there and, if you didn't treat me good to where I would want to do that for you naturally, why should I? Why should I? You gave him everything. You gave him birthdays. You took him on trips. You treated me like trash. So I'm going to give you those accolades when you clearly showed a difference between me and the other? Nah, you don't get that. You don't get that.
Let me know when you finish.
I will. You don't get that. So the love that I give to you is based upon the love you gave to me. I'm your child.
And that's your mother, and she gave birth to you. So without her, you wouldn't even be here. So therefore, you should still be thankful for the fact that she gave you life. But see, that's the problem. Y'all people too busy worrying about, well, you didn't show me love. Listen, if your mother got 6, 7 kids, she's trying to show love the best way she can to each one of them kids. Bottom line.
Absolutely.
Bottom line.
Okay.
So if she's showing you love, if she's showing you some love, you should be accepted to that some love. But you get selfish because she's showing more love to a child that needs the love more than you do. But you want to come, but without her, where would you be? See, that's where the love should start. Without my mother, where would I be right now? Regardless of fact. Because the reason why, here's the thing, no. Here's the thing that some people don't get. If the mother is loving you in a certain manner, and you feel that you're not getting enough love because she feels that she doesn't have to love you like that because you don't need it as much as the other child does. But because you're so selfish in your ways, I don't want to deal with my mother because she ain't loved me right. She loved you the way that you needed to be loved. That is the problem with us and people in itself. We feel like we got to be loved in a certain type of manner instead of just being loved the way that we feel that you need to be. Come on.
Okay. And now, I can take that same thing that you're talking about because it pertains to me. I knew that my mother loved me, and I was there for her regardless. She loved me differently than the other two. Doesn't matter. Showing children different forms of love breeds resentment. The resentment, I thank God I knew that she loved me, but she always made me feel differently than the other ones. I never took it to the degree where I didn't mess with her, but I'm me. Now, you better take another child, and he may look like, yo, my mom's put straight crapped on me. She was way more of a mother to the other ones, which you could clearly see, and less of a mother than me. That's a lot for a young man or a young woman who doesn't know the difference between the two to make that kind of decision. I know that for a fact.
But as you,
I'm gonna finish this one up. And here to be a father with the child that I raised who's no longer here. His mother straight crapped out on him. Was not there in his life whatsoever. And I still said that's still your mother. You gotta still respect her. It's on you whether when you graduate high school, which you did, however you deal with your mother and whoever, is on you. And he chose not to deal with her because of how she was with the other kids that she had, and she abandoned him. So therefore, the whole, well, because you gave me life, but I didn't ask to come here. I did not ask to be here. So if you have the ability to show love and be there for this child, but not be there for me like that, I have the right to say, I want to reject you. But I understand enough that she's my mother, and yeah, I'm going to give her the tribute or whatever have you, but I don't have to deal with you if you didn't want to deal with me. That's my choice. It doesn't mean I don't love you more or less. It means that I dealt with it the way how I had to deal with it.
So
think about all the parent school visits. No mother. Think about all of the sports. No mother. But you were doing that for the other person. That's a lot to bear on somebody whose mind hasn't developed enough to know the difference between the two. So if he wants to show or she wants to show that love and whatever, you my mom, but I wasn't really dealing with you because of said reason, that's my choice. It doesn't mean I don't love her less. It doesn't mean I love her less. It doesn't mean I don't care about her. But I chose not to be an afterthought or a side thought or not even a thought because you wasn't parent enough to give me the same love you gave the other ones. So I chose not to be involved in it, but I respected you enough to even come to your funeral, which you was never there for me, and showed the love the way I was taught. So therefore, guess what? You got what you gave. In life, you cannot get more than that you've given. And the fact that I showed up, you should be grateful and thankful that I even did that.
Why should they be thankful? How do they know you showed up when they're gone? So how can they be thankful for something that they're not even alive no more? So at the end of the day, once again, you said all that good stuff, and it sounded good on paper. But let's get to the brass.
So do you.
Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes.
Sounds great on paper.
Pump your brakes. At the end of the day, see, look, that's what I'm talking about. Lady, he has no patience. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? I sat here and let him talk. I said nothing at all. But at the end of the day, once again, you chose to go to the funeral because you wanted to look good. Because it wasn't about your mother, it was about you. It was a selfish act. You were selfish enough to go there, even though you didn't, like I said before, I'm not going someplace where if I don't have love for a person or a person that showed me love, if it was a parent, prime example. I'm gonna go a little deeper. My mother passed, my father passed a year later. I didn't go to my father's funeral. Not at all. I could have went. I should have went. Did I go? His hell to the Nizno. Did my father love me? Nope. Did he show me love? Nope. Did he show my brothers more love than he showed me? Correct. He was still my father. I still respect him as my father, but the love that he had for me was different than he had for my brothers because when I was there, I left. They stayed. I left, came back with my mother. And I stayed with my mother and my family and my siblings on my mother's side, not my father's side. It was a big difference. Did I get the love that I deserved? No. He treated me like a stepchild. Excuse me. He told his wife that I wasn't even his real son. But yet I still had love for the man, but I didn't love him. So when he passed, did I grieve? Did I care? Hell to the no. Not at all. Did I go there and post up pictures and all that? No, I did not. But for my mother, I did all that. I did all that because she showed me love. Even though I had other siblings, she showed me love. And guess what? Not every child is going to be loved the same way. And what you just said was because you love this one this way, you think you deserve the same love that your brothers and sisters got. No, you don't. Parents love children the way that they love them, the way that they need to be loved, not how you as a child want to be loved. And for those that's in the comments talking about, oh, it was a child, the child don't know. The child doesn't know, but you grow up to understand what love is and the reason why your mother loved you the way they did. Because a lot of times you question, Mom, growing up, I didn't receive the love. And she would tell you the reason why she loved you the way that she loved you. So you as an adult can get a better understanding of the reason why. But see, these are things you ain't say all that. That's the difference of knowing the reason why your parents didn't love you or loved you the way that they did. Okay, is the grief still real, even if the love wasn't? No, the grief, and to be honest, to answer that question, the grief was not real. That's fake grief, straight up and down. And if we want, let's get an opposing.
Okay,
let's bring up our brother. So this.
Okay, wait, hold on, Okay, wait, hold on a second. Okay, let me just finish that. You said the same thing, not even realize you said the same thing.
No, I didn't.
You gave grace to your mother. She loved you. No, hear me well. You gave grace for your mother to say she loved me the best as she could.
Because I got all the love, because I was the youngest, so I got all the love.
No, hear me well. But as it pertains to your father, you didn't give him the same grace. Without your father, you wouldn't be here. Without your father, you wouldn't be here. You gave gave that grace to your mother, but you didn't give it to your father.
You ain't hear what I said.
Swaying on both. No,
You ain't hear what I said.
The flip flop, you got the flip flop.
Yeah, I got mine too. You ain't hear what I said though.
All right.
See, you ain't hear what I said, and I stayed again. I said I had love. I always had love because he was my father. I never neglected the fact that he was my father. I said I always had love for him because he was my father, but I didn't love him as a man. Come on, stop playing in my face. Don't try to play me. My words did not get tangled up.
No, they did. Because you gave the grace to your mother.
Exactly.
Your father. Because your father didn't do the thing that you felt he should have did. So I got love for you, but I don't love you.
And
but that's based on how he was there or lack thereof for you. So you gave the grace to your mother, but you didn't give the same grace to your father.
So what?
That right
You
there,
said that 3 times and still ain't making no sense.
Flip-flop.
That's not a flip-flop, bro.
Got the flip-flop. You gave the grace to your mother, but you didn't give the grace to your father. Your father wasn't there for you, right? So the mother wasn't there for you. Would you be here only because of your mother? Your father also took a part of you being here.
So what?
So why didn't you give your father the same respect that you gave to your mother? Why?
Because my father didn't raise me. My mother did. My father didn't have no love for his son, and I said that. He had no love for me. But even though at the end, pump your brakes. You're going to ask me a question and you're going to keep talking. This is what we're doing? You really want to do this?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Once again, my father didn't raise me. My mother did. My father disowned me as his son. My mother never did. I still had love for him as my father. Point blank, period. But I'm not going to show grief to somebody who never showed love for me, who never had love for me, who tried to disown me. I'm not going to go to no funeral and have grief. I'm not going to post nothing about him, and I said that. But when my mother passed, I grieved, I cried, I posted. I felt the hurt, I felt the pain of a woman that did the best she can for me. That's the difference. So to answer Nudge's question, I have no grief. If I posted something, it was out of guilt, but I never did that.
I got the same story. My dad left me when I was 3 months. My dad said that I wasn't his, right? My mother never talked about it. Never did, unless we asked questions, right? I still went looking for my father. I found through the grace of his sister, God bless her dead, she's gone too. Through the grace, I found him and I went to Honduras to go visit him, right? Because that was a choice. He showed me no love whatsoever. He denied that I was his, right? All of that stuff. But I still, regardless of whom or what, I still gave him grace. Because guess what? I don't know what he was dealing with. Then I found out why he wasn't around. And trust me when I tell you, he wasn't around because he could not be around. It is what it is. I ain't gonna get into to the specifics of it. But nonetheless, without my mother and without my father, I wouldn't be here. So if I had to choose between the two, I gave it to the one who gave far more, and I don't mean give monetarily but who was the parent, and that was my mother. Still in all, my father was still worthy because he still took part in producing me, so I gave him certain respects. That's
you, not me.
Okay,
exactly. I don't give grace. Grace is the chick that I dated and I dismissed her.
Oh yeah. So how graceful was she?
Obviously, she ain't with me, right? Smarty had a party and nobody came.
Lottie Dottie, we like the party.
And I cause trouble, and I'll shake your body.
And then just turned out to be nobody. But nonetheless, it all goes according to, and don't get me wrong, when my mom's passed away, I was 25 years old. I figured it out why she was the same way why she did what she did. I figured it out. And then I had other older people, like my twin's grandmother, who sat me down and told me she loved you the way that you needed to be loved, and she had to worry about the other ones. She realized within you would have been able to hold your own.
Ain't that what I said, genius? I sat here and said that.
But
and you argued, and you just argued all of that. You argued everything I just said.
The argument, if you want to call the argument, the major point. The major point is, if I chose to still come there and do all that, that is my choice. Because I don't have to do, because I don't deal with you because of what took place is my choice.
So what I'm hearing is you're gonna go there. So you're gonna go to a funeral of a man that didn't show love for you. All this, that, and the third. You know what? Anyway.
You know why? At the end of the day, that's still my father.
I don't care.
The same point you were stressing, that is still my father. Brother Ford, what's good, baby? Give it to us, baby.
The voice of reason is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for
Give it to us, baby.
What's up, Angie?
Brother Ford, baby. Your twin brothers, baby, starting out early this morning on the first question, baby. We need you on the first one this week.
Look at God.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a notepad. I'm gonna get a notepad next one because so here's what happened. Najee, could you repeat the original question? Because what ended up happening is you answered the original question and then we started debating on the scenarios behind. Scenarios behind, but to both of you guys are right. Here's why. People always think they have more time, right? People always think they have more time, and that just because. And with that said, he could be very well be grieving, even though he always thought he was going to have an opportunity. But there's finality to death, right? There's finality to being unalived, and so what ends up happening is people end up once that hits them, that grief will hit them. Like, ooh, and it's regret, it's disappointment, it's a shame. They're mad that they're hurting because they didn't take the time to go make amends or at least say how they were feeling while they were still here. And now the opportunity's gone. So the grief is real. But there's also another side of it where it's disappointment and shame as well, because guess what, man? You didn't step up. You didn't step up and go have that conversation because people always think they got more time. I'm going to land there. I'm not touching anything else y'all said. I'm touching the question. Ford.
Notice he said Ford because you always.
You know why? The reason I say Ford is because Ford knows how to get you revved up. Ford over there would be a whole. Ford, when Ford sits there and you guys are starting, and see what he's doing with his bottom lip right there? He's pumping gas into the velvet tank. That's what he's doing, and he's got the lighter right next to him. And he's like, "Here we go."
Well, yeah.
Let him go.
It looks like water with gasoline.
It's okay. I like it.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Whenever that lip, when he get that bottom lip going and y'all warming up, he filling it up.
It's okay.
Today, I think it's with Diesel because y'all came out there. I was like, I need to take some notes. But I think you guys listen. There's all kinds of scenarios in those, man, because that's the reality. The reality is there's all kinds of scenarios in there. People, whatever that may be. You guys pointed out a couple of them, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to grief is grief, and it's gangster. You can act like you don't care, and you can try to compartmentalize it, but grief is patient. It's going to wait for you to deal with it. So you're either going to deal with it immediately or not. But if that is your mama, you know what I'm saying? And we're just talking a blanket statement. You weren't around. That doesn't necessarily mean, because there can be many reasons why you weren't around.
Exactly.
You guys explored a couple of those, but at the end of the day, when a parent is gone, and this is my opinion, if you have any empathy or any love within your heart, when your parent's gone, that's going to impact you some way. And if you didn't do what you needed to do while they were here to at least try to make amends or share where you were at, I think a lot of times people regret that. It's more, and they're living more with regret than anything.
It's a finale, whether they were there for you or not. You're going to say to their body, this is a finale. So whatever I had bottled up, whatever I didn't want to deal with while we were living, this is the last final chance you get a chance to say it. But my thing would come just out of respect. I didn't see my father in like 20 years. And when I went down to Honduras and seen him, when I left, I cried like a baby.
Because you're a punk.
This is
anyway.
a man who left. I'll take that. But I still, that was still my father.
Well, mine's too, but I ain't cried. I had no, listen, at the end of the day, my heart was on stone. Real talk. The simple fact that you neglected me, you try to tell a whole nother woman that already knew that I was your son, that I wasn't your son, and then try to convince my brothers. But my brothers already knew. They was like, Dad, he looked like you more than any of us. But at the same token, you want to still sit there with that nonsense, bro. My heart has no sympathy, no care in the world. Like I said, I loved you because you was my pops. I had love for you. You gave me life. I appreciate that. You fertilized that seed. Thank you very much. But everything else after that, muerto. You ain't do nothing for me. You ain't coming under my game. You wasn't there when things happened. You wasn't even a part of my life. But the woman that was, she get all that. Even the men that played a part in my life, they get more respect than I would give my father. Hands down.
But why I was in those situations, though, sometimes it's not about respect, man. Sometimes it's about you just releasing. It's not even about respecting them.
But I ain't have nothing to release. That's the thing. I had nothing to release. There was nothing for me to release, to even grieve, to feel any type of way. Nothing.
You know, in my case, what helped me is that my mother never dogged my father. She just never talked about it. So she gave me that choice to figure out how I'm going to deal with him or how I'm going to look at him. She never talked about him. So I was always raised, no matter what, your mother's your mother and your father's your father, no matter what. That's the ink that's never going to change on that paper. Your mother, somebody could raise you, somebody could adopt you, but the ink of who was your biological father will never change. So some of us will still have a natural born respect for that position. Now, I may not honor you, but I may respect you. And the respect can go all the way to death. And that's exactly what it was for me. That's a choice. It's not mandatory, but this is the way I choose.
You made a choice. You know why you made that choice? You made that choice because you wanted the love from him that he never gave you. So that's the reason why. You didn't accept, you wasn't acceptive to the love that he really didn't, that he didn't give you. So you wanted that love. That's why you accepted that. Me, I didn't want it. I didn't care. I didn't need it. Because you wasn't giving it to me in the first place. Because if you really loved me, you would have said what you said. That's the difference between me. If you ain't got no love for me, so what? Life goes on. I'm not gonna sit there and grieve. If you die, you die. Bottom line.
Yeah, all right, fine. I didn't beg for his love.
You wasn't begging, but the fact that you needed it and you didn't get it is the point I'm trying to make.
His love. It was the honor and the respect that this man being my father, that regardless whom or what. Now, I may have had the last 10 years of his life, we developed a relationship. But that was based on my choice.
Hold up. Excuse me for a second.
So,
let me do this real quick.
No, don't do it.
You know I'm about to do it. I'm talking Jack's talking about. He said I'm bitter.
Listen. I think we hammered this one home. I think we're ready for the next question.
Yeah. Why y'all keep telling me to stay at the comments? I love the comments. I love to give.
You know why? Because you get in the comments and then we gonna be another 10, 15 minutes on what you talk about in the comments.
And they keep saying I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. The only thing that I was about to say something. The only thing that bitter is your. But I'm gonna leave that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Trust me, I'm good, yo.
All right, Dudley, come back up with the next question. You can go ahead and drop me down.
All right, we bring you back, bro. Oh God.
The first question was a banger, baby.
Always. Come on, Legend, let's get it. Nah, they be trying to come. But you know what? I love it.
All right. That was a good one. Good, strong answers. Okay. Anyway, the next one. Everyone leans on one person emotionally because they're strong. The moment that person breaks down, everybody disappears. Do people love strong people or just what they provide?
I like that. I'm gonna take this one. Where we are right now, people love what people provide for them. They don't love strong people. They just love what they can get from a person. That's the reason why you think a lot of people be around people, because they be around them because they can see what they can get out of you. Bottom line, people stick around with you because just so they can see what they can get out of you. If you're a person that got money, they not with you because they're your friend. They with you because you got money. They know when you go out to the club, yo, I know when we hang out, man, he gonna pop bottles. He's gonna do all this. Y'all know this. We always want something from somebody. And I'm gonna leave that part right there. I'm gonna land that part right there.
A game by the numbers, I'll agree. A game by the numbers. It isn't always that way, though. I want to make sure I say this right now. Some people are just not strong. Some people just need extra to move on. And what I mean by move on with getting on what they're trying to get on with and may need you there. It's not a form of usury. It's a form of trying to find yourself. You may provide a strength for someone that they don't have within themselves. So it's not that they're using you because, hey, we're going to go to the club and you go buy me my drinks. But certain strengths that people provide, people lean on them people to try to bolster up strength within themselves because they just don't have it. So everything isn't a nefarious reason as into, I'm going on what you just in a term of a usury term. No, you just provided something I don't have, and I like what you're spewing. So I'm learning, I'm gaining. I love how you rock. I love how you feel. I love the way you manifest things, and that can cause somebody to be around you because you have this something they don't. So as a result of that, do a lot of people do what you said? Yeah, absolutely. But not all, because some of nefarious reasons, but not all. So to a degree, I'm agree with you, but not to its entirety. No.
And here's the whole point, right? Let me tell you something. Yo, that sounded good, but that was Triz. That first of all, people, what you just said, right? You know, people get around you, and all of a sudden they start trying to be you, and then they start taking your style and running with it. So is that strength? Is that strength, or are they just pretty much using you? They like how you move, they like how you talk, they like how you dress, they want to operate the same way you do. So next thing you know, they done bit your whole style, took your whole persona. And you call that strength because they don't have no character, because they don't know who they are. That's on you. At the end of the day, listen, go find yourself. Don't find me, find yourself. Because what you can't do is be me.
Right.
And I don't want to, and that's why I'm saying, like, I don't want nobody. If I see somebody trying to act like me or do the things that I do, or I'm gonna confront them. I'm gonna let them know, like, yo, son, why you trying to do me? Like, do you become who you are? Don't become me. Because there's only one of me. Like R. Kelly said, there can only be one me. Ain't nobody. That's me. Only one of me. I can't. My son ain't me. My kids ain't me. They are them. I am who I am. Don't be around me. Don't be around me so you can try to be me. And the next thing you know, yo, you moving just like this dude moved. Nah. I don't need nobody. Listen, I don't need nobody to flatter me. I don't need no admiration. Just create, become who you are. Because listen, I don't want to mimic nobody. I don't want nobody mimicking me. I want everybody to be original in their own stance and who you are.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's a teachable moment. Because if that's the case, you can see where that person may be lacking, right? So you pull that person in and you teach them, yo, young blood, whatever. Because for me, I'm an originator. I am not a duplicator. So you can try to imitate me. You can try to copy my style, but at some point you're going to fall on it because it's not you. It's me. But because I'm seeing the lack thereof in you, I'm going to teach you is saying you got to create your own style. But the bottom line,
I'm not telling nobody they got to create their own style. I'm not doing that, bro. Listen, I'm not. Who am I to tell somebody to create their own style? Listen, go be you, bro.
You just said,
no, that's why I tell. You know what I tell
create your
people?
own style.
You know what the word is?
Okay.
Go do you. Do you. Don't do me. Do you. Because what we're not going to do is try to have a clone of Velvet Jones. Oh, that sounded fly. You hear that?
It did.
A clone of Velvet
Jones.
Jones.
Trust me when I tell you. That can't be duplicated because if it did, there's something very wrong.
Listen, everybody want to be me. You just mad.
You ain't got no tickets here, brother.
Even you want to be me. That's why I'm your conscience, because you want to be the kid. I mean, listen, and it's okay. And it's okay.
Again, it's not all for nefarious reasons.
Right.
Somebody isn't really rocking with you just because they can get something from you as if like, nah. Sometimes again, you may possess a certain way about yourself that a person is being around you, but like, you know what, I like that dude or whatever have you. And you may have given that dude some strength. So, easy, bruh. That's a teachable moment.
My strength comes from my strength does not come from someone mimicking me. That is not my strength.
It's not about them mimicking you.
My strength is about guidance. It's about guidance. Like, look, my brother, you gotta find out who you are. And what you need to do is take some self-evaluation classes, do something. But go find out who you are. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you who you are, because that's not who I am.
Maybe at that junction in life, it wasn't there. We weren't born in the positions that we were in. We weren't born there. There are so many people that have been instrumental to us that we could look back and we say, yo, I like that man, whatever. And you may not be biting his style, but you may mimic certain things that he did because it was informative to you.
So let me ask you a question.
You became a better person because of that.
So let me ask you a question. Am I instrumental to you?
Absolutely not.
You's a lie. You's a lie. See, right then and there, you lying. That's the sad part.
Absolutely not.
I'm not instrumental to you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know this.
But you know how instrumental you are to me? To not be like you.
You's a lie. You love me. That's why you want to be like the God.
Not to be like you.
You try to walk like me. Look, you try to do the hand gestures like I do. Like, come on, son.
My dad was the most instrumental person to me in my life because I said, no matter what, that's not the person who I'm going to be like. But I still love them the way I still love you.
That's you. You know the most influential.
Expecting that one though.
Listen,
I bet you wasn't expecting that one.
That's on you. Listen, you chose that dude, not me. I chose not to deal with him. So he wasn't the most influential person in my life. Not at all. Not at all.
Someone's bad deeds can make you go this way.
Well, you know what? If I'm a bad deed, then let the bad deed happen, baby. At the end of the day, I'm just keeping it a buck. My influence came from the Lord, the number one. Ain't no greater than that. Ain't no greater, and I'm still learning. Even at this big age, I'm still learning.
So then, that statement that you just made, all your thing came from the Lord. So there wasn't no person on a humanly level that you could look at and say, yeah, that brother right there, I like that brother's style. Not only do I like that brother's style, I can even see myself doing some things that brother did.
Yeah, there is. Now, you know what? There is one dude. This dude named Daniel Anderson. That dude. Him. He's like everything.
Oh, okay. I would love to meet him one day.
And you shall.
I would most certainly love to meet him one day.
No doubt. What's up, Unc? No, at the end of the day, real talk. I don't know. I can't really sit here and say that there's a dude that I was like, yo, I like his style. This that. It's for me. I don't know. I've watched so many. I've seen so many men. You know what I'm saying? Like my brothers. Now I can say musically, I like music because my mother was a singer. I like to sing. My brothers played instruments. I never played an instrument, but my brother, he Atlantic Star, New Edition. He traveled with, he did a lot of tours with a lot of bands. My other brother that passed, he was young, but he was a good influence to me because in reality, he taught me style. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to dress. Like, this how you put this together. This how you put that together. And I learned that from them. So actually, I give a lot of credit to my brothers, even though one of my brothers, now here's the funny part. I got an older brother who wasn't really there because I was the youngest. So I got an older brother that wasn't really an influence in my life growing up. But as we got older, I love him because he's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But our relationship ain't what our relationship should truly be. Rain, don't hate on me. I had to call that. She said I'm calling Cap on the dressing part. Don't hate. I dress New York, okay? If you don't know me, I dress, no matter where I'm going, I'm always going to have a Yankee hat on. I'm always going to have on the pit sneakers. I'm always going to have on some jeans and a hoodie or a sweatshirt. That's just me. But, yeah, I've seen stuff that my brother did growing up, but we had a good conversation. See, this is the difference between my brother and my father. At least me and my oldest brother, we had that conversation. And look at the white shows. And when we had the conversation, he explained to me the reason why he wasn't there for me growing up. And I respect him more than my father even trying to sit. See, me and my father never had that conversation. And I wanted that conversation. But we never got that conversation. You see what I'm saying? So where's my respect lies? With my brothers. Because my father, we didn't have that talk. And even though when I got him on the phone to talk to him, he was still playing denial.
No, absolutely.
So
keep in mind this, and there was a few people that in the comments that said, follow Jesus and all that. God, Jesus, whatever however the denomination, what you say.
I don't have no denomination.
They put people in places to help guide you. So therefore, this man over here, Jesus or whoever you want to say, may have sent them down there to help you and be a guide for you.
And that's why he sent me for you, so I can guide you. Slow behind to get you.
You ain't guiding me on this clip.
Yes, I am to get you. I'm guiding you to get you on point, so you can start being on time. That's where the guidance come from.
You're right. He did come there for me to say, stay away from this one. So that's why he put me.
But you know what the funny part is?
Stay away from this one.
But yet you can't because I'm temptation, and you keep coming back to temptation.
And guess what? You right along here with me, brother.
No. You coming to the guard.
Oh yeah.
Is that not what you said? Did you not just say that he bought, and you said you're trying to stay away from me, but you can't?
He put through my life to remind me of where not to go. And I'm going to keep you as close as I can to me to continue keeping me going this way instead of that way.
But you know what?
Me, and I'm next to you, I'm still going this way.
But you always come to the dark side, so it doesn't really matter.
You are a reminder of what I'm not supposed to do.
But you always come to the dark side. That's the problem. Because you keep forgetting, Luke, I am your conscience.
The fact that you called him Luke got me. I was hey, so listen. I clearly want to say this every time we do this. Back to the original question, right?
You're gonna say that a lot.
So I think they admire the strength and they like what they provide. But the question is, what do they provide? That's my question, y'all. What do they provide? I'm not asking for it because he's chewing.
No, what are you asking again? What was your
minutes till he's done chewing.
What was your question? Because I got lost in true transition. I'm sorry.
What do they provide?
When you say they, because I lost the question.
See,
we got caught.
This is why I said not everybody leans on everybody.
Come on, you need to lean on them. Stop playing. I'm not today. 6 o'clock.
No, so check it out. Check it out. Here's what I wrote down: protection, reassurance, support. Those are some of the things that people provide that people like. Now, the thing what we got to ask ourselves is, why do we like that? Is it because it was lacking within the individual themselves, and that's why they're around them? Are they using that person for that, or are they using that person, or are they not using, or are they trying to learn from that person?
I'm gonna go with they using them. To be honest, I think people, like I said, for me, and I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. I know you're gonna.
No, you good.
I think people use people to try to get what they need to get. A lot of times, people are more users. Because once they need to get somewhere, then they forget about the person that was actually trying to help them, or the influencer or the person that was influencing them. They move on with themselves and act like they did this. Oh, I created this. Always been in me, but it wasn't in you. How many times have we heard that? When so many people would turn around and say, "Oh yeah." All of a sudden, you became this person, but before this person, you was all up in my crib, in my crates, doing all this stuff, trying to do everything that I was doing, and all of a sudden you always been this.
No, I agree. I think what happens is people. I think people use people for where they're lacking, because oftentimes what we'll see is when you take some of those away, you take some protection away, reassurance or support away, generally those people will fall off and be like, oh yeah, I'm not dealing with that individual. Now you may just be going inward because you're dealing with some stuff within yourself, and now that person isn't equipped to even reciprocate the energy that they wanted from you. That's crazy. They want something from you, and the problem is that most people move through life looking for what they can get from people as opposed to what they can give. And as long as people are doing that, if you're not providing them something, whether it's money, support, protection, reassurance, any of those things, exposure, attention. Sometimes people want people to hang out with them just because everybody comes up and talks to them when you guys go out. So wait, we got to make sure that they with us because they're going to get a lot of attention, and then we can just be the bottom feeders and feed off of whatever they getting. Ford don't have to do that because Ford he going to be chewing on something for 30, 45 minutes anyway, so he don't need to feed on nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But some of these other people, man, they really be doing it. And to Ford, here's the thing, and even to Ford, you people are drawn to you. So it's beneficial for people to have you around because people are drawn to you. What we have to do as individuals, as grown adults, is have the discernment to know what is what within the people that we're dealing with. And then we get to choose to bless them with our presence as opposed to, I want to be around this individual. And
that's why I said it's a teachable moment. So if you notice somebody comes to you or whatever, and you see that they're lacking, it would be your responsibility to teach them. So not everybody that comes around you is for nefarious, usatory reasons. And that's important.
Yeah, it's their responsibility to learn. It's not your responsibility to teach them.
Thank you.
We can try to teach them, but if they're not willing to learn and they're just okay receiving from you, you know what I'm saying? It's their responsibility to learn, and so they can turn around. And when you are down and out, or you're in a specific space, then guess what? Now you can lean on them, and that's what reciprocity. That's what equal yoke and friendships are. Like, hey, you would learn something from me being around me, and then when I get into a space where I need that same thing from you, you've actually sharpened that skill from learning from me to be able to provide it back.
Absolutely. And why you think people come to you, Ford? Because they know that you lack love.
Oh, word. Yeah, brother, that's the hardest sell known to man, baby. That's the hardest sell. That's the hardest sell known to man, baby.
No, I'm just playing. Of
course.
Just to let people know, I was just joking.
Yeah,
of course. He get a lot of love. That's why he do it on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Melvin was just joking. He got his music career going on. He's a cross between R. Kelly and Rakim. We're gonna call him 40%.
That's it, baby.
He got a new mixtape coming out in about by Make It Make Sense. We gonna be rocking the music.
You better believe it too. Come, matter of fact, soon if y'all pull up on June, I'm gonna rap and sing before we start the show. I'm gonna walk through with the mic. I'm gonna be like, boom. First of all, thank y'all showing up to make it make sense.
Putting the people away before we do the show now. Come on.
I know you're not playing because you the first dude that talking about I'm gonna have you in this corner. That was real spooky, bro. I got flashbacks with that right now. I'm trying to think. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna have you hemmed up in this corner." I'm like, "Yo, wait." Hold on.
Hold on. Because we start talking about this, we're gonna talk about how he walking every individual to their seat. You know what I'm saying? When they get there, listen, we gonna reel it back in. We got another question.
Yeah, let's come.
Ford gotta chew his food, so let's get to it so we get we get back to it.
Yeah, I was about to get lost in the session. I got you. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got you, brother. We'll bring you back.
All right.
All right, Nedgy, let's go. Oh my God.
Three Musketeers. Okay, so the next question. Someone says, I just want peace. But every relationship, friendship, and environment they enter becomes chaotic. At what point are you the chaos?
You know. Woo, baby. Let me take. You want to go first? I got this. Real talk, real quick.
You know why you got this? Because that's what you embellish in.
Yes, I do.
You gonna ace this one out.
I'm gonna ace this one out real quick.
This
Real quick. You know why? Because you a red flag from the door. At the end of the day. No, you know what? Go ahead, take it. I'll let you go. I went first and last. I'm gonna be nice. Go ahead.
Okay, well, thank you for your kind gesture. Because I was gonna do it anyway.
Sorry, you take it too long. Anyway,
If a person, because some people just don't have that ability to see what is, and it's always so many of us. It's always someone else. It's always someone else. It's always someone else. So with a question like that comes accountability. If you can't see, no matter where you go, that there's strife and there's turmoil, well, that problem is going to always exist. That problem will always exist. You can't get around it. You can't get around it because you refuse to look in the mirror. So if there's no mirrors in your house, if you can't look and see everywhere you went to cause controversy, it's looking really pretty bleak for you. And you need to just, at least to some degree, seek some help to get better. And I'm gonna land it right there.
I like that. So I'm gonna pick up from that point, and I like that you said that. But I'm gonna go a little deeper. See, it says, at what point are you the chaos? The moment the moment that person realized that you were no good for them. The moment that person stops doing things that they once was doing for you, you have to realize that you are the chaotic one. And the moment that you keep getting into relationship after relationship, and like you said, relationship after relationship, and realizing that every time that the people are leaving you, you're not leaving them, they're leaving you. Why every time I turn around, this man and this woman's breaking up with me? Because you are chaotic. You bring trauma. You the red flag. You are all these things. And these are you, like I always said, I told people this last week, and I'm gonna say it again. A lot of times we are the heartbreak. We choose our own heartbreaks. We do it. We choose our own chaos. We become the red flag. We are all these things. We are trauma. We are trauma bonded, but we want to blame the other person for the stuff that's embedded inside of us because we never changed. It's that one saying, oh, this is who I am. You can't go into every relationship saying this is who you are, because you know what? Who you are to me was the same person you was to the last person. That's the reason why your relationship didn't work with that person. And that person left you because you have too much drama, too much chaos. You are stuck in your ways. You only want to do what you want to do and doesn't care about nobody else. Period. You caused the chaos. You caused the problem. But when do you realize it? At what point are you the chaos? You are like I said before, at the point when the person sees the things that's going on inside of you and how you're moving, and they decide that they no longer want to be with you no more. But a lot of times, here's the thing. People, I sound like Unc. Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, it's a habit now. It's natural. A lot of times, people don't realize how chaotic they are until they sit by themselves and realize. And that's the part of, and that's the healing part, when you can actually sit by yourself and be like, dag, you have to start questioning, what is it about me that is making me not last in these relationships, that are making people walk away from me in these relationships? Because obviously I'm not the one walking away, they are. So what is it about me? Sometimes you have to have a self-reflection. And like you said, a lot of people got mirrors in their house, but they ain't got the lights on. They're looking at a reflection, but they're looking at it in the dark because they don't want to see them true selves. They think that they're correct. They think that the way that they're moving is right. But it's all the thought. But your physical being is a whole nother aspect. So you are the cause of your own heartbreaks, of your own breakups, of your own red flags. You create your red flags. You create your own heartbreak. Can't nobody do. You manipulate your own self into being into certain situations. You trying to say a person manipulated you? You manipulated yourself. All these things, everything is self-inflicted. Can't nobody do nothing to you that you don't want done. Bottom line, in any relationship, in any stance, can't nobody do anything to you unless you want it done. And at the same time, you as a person, whether you accept it or not, everything falls on you. It doesn't fall on somebody else. I'm done.
Right there with you. You get a lot more accomplished no matter what that other individual did that you may feel is wrong. You get a whole lot more accomplished if you start with yourself, because you're going to travel with yourself no matter where you go. The other one is gone now, never to be seen again, but you still got to live with you. Absolutely.
She keep posting the question. Nadia answered the question like 4 times. At what point are you the chaos? When the person
That's
that is
for the audience, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Audience. I'm like, she got me keep going hard on it. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm like, I'm focused because I see that question, I get triggered more. I got more to say. No, but I got it though. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yeah, and when we start talking, sometimes because we get off of what the original, she got to keep posting it.
Right.
So, but for anybody just coming in, it's good to hear. But check it out. People want peace because people search for peace because they're not peace. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is we got to stop looking for flowers elsewhere when we should be just watering the ones in our own garden. We do that often. We're supposed to create our own peace. We shouldn't be looking for anybody to provide peace. We should be our own peace. You know what I'm saying? You don't search for peace. You become peace. And once you become peace, everything around you, you impact everything around you in a peaceful manner. But so people are so busy looking for other things, for people to provide things that they should be providing for themselves. And that's where it turns into a situation where it's like, man, it's not my responsibility to be your peace. As a matter of fact, don't even come. I don't care who you are. Don't even come to me unless you're peaceful within yourself. I don't even want that kind of madness in my life. So if you're dealing with people who are, if you're in a space where you can't, where your reality is chaos, and somebody's reality is peace, you're gonna find that you'll run into situations where people just don't want you around. They don't want you around. It's your peace is your responsibility. So whatever you got to do to throw some mulch and some seed and water your own garden and grow that peace within your house, within your yard, that's what your responsibility is. It's not responsible for, nobody's responsible to do that for you.
And that's straight facts. And if you feel that way, then go get you some plastic flowers. They last longer.
Yeah, exactly. But then once you put you stab into that little styrofoam or whatever, and call it a day.
That's it. And keep it moving. Because some people got astroturf. They ain't grow no real grass. Yeah, I gotta come for him. That's my man. I gotta do it. You don't turn around.
Why are you trying to look like
Me?
somebody was there?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just talking to somebody else over there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yo, nah. But you know what though? For real, a lot of people got those fake flower feelings. It's true. They're not planting nothing. They just, hey, I just got these. I'm just gonna put them here and leaving them because they're gonna last. And that's not real. What like what do you right? You gotta feed. You gotta feed yourself. And you can't sit there and try to water somebody else's plant and all that other stuff and watching their crap grow, and then you sitting and your stuff is withering away.
That's what happens quite often. People sit back and they're in misery or they're in strife, and what they do is they sit back, and it goes back even to the last question. You know, what are people providing for you? You know, strong people providing for you. They look at what other people have and they say, I want that. But they don't say, I'm going to go get that or I'm going to be that. Right? So now you have jealousy and envy that comes around. My bad. Jealousy. Because they are different. Jealousy and envy stem from that. And next thing you know, you have these people that have these underlining, everybody, we've all had it. We had a group of friends and there was somebody that, you know, they act like they're happy for you, but they know they wasn't really happy for you. You know what I mean? With whatever you got going on. I'm telling you, people need to, that's the problem. No matter what we talk about, no matter what question we ask, it's always going to go back to who everybody is as individuals. It falls on us.
Hold on 1 second, Floyd. Sister Beauty.
We take questions
I just want to say we take questions at about 11:30. 11:40, we start taking questions. 11:20, 11:30 from the audience. So please sit tight, and when that time comes in, we'll take your question. Fix your face.
I'm not saying. I'm just. You know what?
Just like this.
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows why you're looking at him.
I know that look.
You don't. What's the look?
Like, why aren't you even talking?
No, that's the look of you. I'm proud of you. That's the look. See?
I don't believe you.
And don't.
I really don't believe you.
Yo, son. I'm like
that look right there. Does that look like anybody's going to tell somebody, I'm proud of you?
I'm just me telling you, stay out the comments like you telling me. Don't we normally announce that after the last question? We be like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we taking questions.
Well, we want to make sure that
no, you just know what it is you seen a name and you jumped on it. Yo, Beauty. I just want to say, at the end of the day, listen. If they hear, we will ask some questions. Okay? Focus. Stay out the comments.
Boy, you're so accommodating for it.
Thank you.
only when it needs be. That's your man's in them, though.
I think you're ready for the next question.
Yeah, we got you, brother. And look, he getting a phone. This I be saying. You in the middle of a live and you getting phone call. Listen, I don't even answer calls.
Was he late today?
Heck yeah, always late. Talking about I had to find my other slipper because the peg fell off the other one.
You was late today for it?
Okay.
You heard me.
Okay.
Nigga, come in. You heard me. You was late today for it?
A couple of minutes here I was.
Yeah, no llores, vato.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Let me tell you something. See, I text him. He texts me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, Joe, bro. 9 o'clock. I'm like, yo, did you say you waking me up out of my sleep? I'm trying to sleep good to get a good night's sleep, and you text me like that. So I said, okay, no problem. I take it the text. So I hit him back. I said, Joe, look. 9 o'clock, I don't care, bro. You know, I live on the 5th floor. I don't care. You want to do, we do. We don't do, we do it. It is what it is. But papi, let's just get it. So he texted me again talking about no 9, 10 o'clock. So he hit me again and told my Joe, I'm on my way home. I'll be home by thing. I said, Joe, don't be late, papi, because you know I on time. I was late 2 minutes on purpose. I did it on purpose, bro. I said, you know, I'm not gonna start at 10. I'm gonna start at 10:02. I came in at 10:02, so technically he was 7 minutes late.
No, 4. He came in at 10:02.
So listen, I was just asking. I was just asking. Let's go on and move to the next question because this is another one we could spend another 30, 45 minutes on. So.
Well, you know he could, not me. I'll be
Don't
done.
know him? Oh God, forget it.
Yo, that sounded like Pachanka from Carlitos Way.
You know, babies. All right, let's get it.
First down the wave. You got that wave cap on. I see.
I know. I never seen nobody get waves with an afro, but we're gonna leave this alone. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, come on. We at 38K. Let's reset the room real quick. We got 136 beautiful souls in here. We at 38K. Can we get some power tapping? We trying to get to 100K, at least 100K today. Respectfully, thank y'all for joining. If you're enjoying the live right now, just please put a 1 in the comments. We shall continue to do what we're doing. But yes, we just asking if everybody could please power tap at least 20 to 100 taps per person. We truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right, we're going. All right, Nedgy, we got you. All right, Ford, we bring you back, brother.
Okay, next question. A husband and wife with 2 young children have a decision to make. The wife wants to move to the suburbs for a better quality of life. The husband wants to stay in the city where there's more diversity, easier commute, and he'll be more financially sound. Moving to the suburbs, of course, there'll be a worse commute, less financial sound, and the commute will be much harder. Less diversity also. What decision would you make? If you move to the city, if you stay in the city, you'll be more financially sound. It'll be an easier commute. There's more diversity. If you do what the wife says and move to the suburbs, you'll still be able to make it, but you'll be less financially sound. The commute will be harder, and there will be little to no diversity. What would you do?
Okay, I got that. Thank you, man. So, I'm staying in the city. At the end of the day, I'm not moving to no suburbs to make things. Why am I moving to the suburbs? Just because it's a better way of living, but it's still harder. Even though some things may be better, but it's still harder. You just made it harder for the child. You made it harder for the commute, and you also made it harder. Now I gotta struggle a little bit more. If I'm living in the city and the money's good and we're living good, what is the problem? Here's the thing: we could take trips to the suburbs in the summer. We could take summer trips and spend the summertime there, spend vacation, stay in there. But as far as living there, no, because you just made everything harder on me as the man. I love you as my wife, but at the same token, you made it harder for me. My commute is longer because here's the thing: that will cause a lot of friction within the marriage. All of a sudden, I'm not coming home. Sometimes I might want to stay where I'm at because of the commute. That's going to cause a little friction. Then when I come home, I'm tired. I may not even want to be bothered with you. I may not even want to be bothered with the child because I'm tired from working and then coming home to my commute. How much time are you really going to have with your person? So it's a lot. It's a lot of things that can manifest within that situation. So at the same token, if we had that conversation, hey, look, we got to do what's best for us. At the end of the day, this is still the best. This is still the best resolution where we at right now. Now, what we could do is we don't have to move to the suburbs. We could still stay where we at, or we could just move someplace where it's in between. Like prime example, I lived in the South Bronx. You live in the North Bronx. I know the South Bronx is busy, still diverse, and it's diverse in the Bronx. But I can also move further up north in the Bronx. You see what I'm saying? And still, you can still get that suburban kind of lifestyle. It's still diversity, and I can still commute back and forth to work. It's a difference. I don't have to leave and go to a whole nother place where it's harder for me to get to. I can still make it convenient for all of us as a unit. I land.
You was a little off on the question, and the reason why I'm saying that is because
Nigga said I was off. How was I off on the question, bro?
I'm gonna tell you.
Come on, yeah, because you know you always got to be the one. Go ahead.
Because the question didn't state that you'd be commuting from up top to the city. The question was you'd be leaving the city and you'd be living in suburbia. Now,
So I answered that part already. What are you talking about? I answered that in the beginning, and I just used the Bronx as an analogy, genius. But if you was paying attention to what I was saying, instead of sitting there talking about, well, you was off on the question. I was not off on the question.
The choice was you'd have to move out of the city. You're either buying a house in a suburb.
And what did I say?
Which means that you'll be working.
And I said I will stay in the city. I said I would not move. I said I'm gonna stay in the city instead of moving to the suburbs. That's what I said.
Okay.
Because it's convenient. It's convenient for me and my family. The other part, the other twist I used was I'm from the South Bronx. That's the second part of the. That's just a scenario that's the picture that I painted. You went and you only heard the Bronx part. You ain't hear nothing else I said in the beginning. You just got stuck in the South Bronx.
No. No, not at all.
Yo,
not at all.
yes, you did. You hear Bronx and everything just goes snap. Yo, the Bronx,
No,
baby.
not at all. But, all right, you ready for it, baby? No. I'm personally moving to the suburbs. And I'm moving to the suburbs because of the simple fact I want a better quality of life.
So
Period. Now, some people may dispute that. Oh, you know, less diversity or whatever have you. So let's get some things clear. You get to the age of 18, and now you are 17, and you're off to college. You go. You get a job because whatever profession you're in, now you got to go over there. So if I'm going for a better quality of life, I'm going to choose the better quality of life and maybe less money. Because from the better quality of life,
you a lie.
I'm going to get a better school district. So I don't have to worry about sending my kids to private school in the city because for the most part, the city school system will always have challenges due to politics.
Challenges
So
all
I
over
don't
the
want
place.
that. I want my child or my children to be in a place where I can send them to the regular school where I live.
I call
And
cat.
because it's in a better district or whatever have you, that eliminates the whole private school system stuff. Better quality of life. Wow. I love my city beyond any reasonable doubt. But if I get a chance to go to a place where I don't have to hear as many gunshots, where I don't have to hear as many police and ambulance sirens all day, and I don't have to see the natural carnage that comes with being in certain urban areas, you bet your bottom dollar I am going to move out of the city and go to get a better quality of life. Another part of that question was less diversity. Not every decision that you make or every move that you make is going to be 100 across the board. You move here, you will gain some, and you'll lose some. But what you will learn is you'll learn to adjust to your new environments because you're going to have plenty new environments as you grow older. So if for the simple reason that the quality of life is going to trump everything, the quality of life trumps everything. Is it going to be 100 across the board? No, it's not. But what was the common cause? What was the reason that you wanted a better quality of life? So I would move.
You good with that?
Yeah, I'm very good.
So here's the thing, right? You saying a better quality of life is moving to the suburbs, making less money, and your commute to your job is longer. She said the commute is different, right? I repeat her say the commute is longer. So that's a better quality of life, a longer commute, less money. So you're traveling for less money just to live in the suburbs? Negative, Batman. At the end of the day, quality of life has nothing to do with where you live at. The quality of life is what you make it. Regardless of the fact, you can live in the city and still have a good quality of life. You making good money. You doing all the things that need to be done. And even the school system. Just because you move to the suburbs does not mean that the school systems is better than the ones in the city. You can't compare the two because you ain't been to both of them. So you can't say that. And the child does need diversity. Kids need diversity. Point blank, period. At the end of the day, yes, had the choice. If I'm making the money in the city, guess where I'm staying? In the city. I'm going to make my quality of life 100% better because it's already going to be better because I'm making the money to make it better. By me moving to the suburb, that my quality of life has shrunken. It has shrunken because I have to commute this whole way just to go make this type of money that I wasn't making in the city to drop all the way back. And that's stressful on me. That's stressful on me. I'm having less stress by going to work and coming home, which is my commute is shorter. I get to spend more time with my family. Guess what, baby? Let's go on vacations. We can afford to go on vacations. When you living in the suburbs and you doing all that, where's the affordability to go on vacations? Where is it? But your quality of life. You see what I'm saying? I could take time off, baby. We going over here. We can get away from the city. Me, you, and the kids. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna spend time over here.
And when the time is over, where you come back to?
Same thing, but at least I'm coming back to something. But here's the thing: when the time is over, at least I get to come back to my life of quality once again. I'm not because here's the thing: where's your vacation at when you doing all this commuting and back and forth? Where you going? To the park? You take a vacation? You getting home? You getting homecations because you can't afford to take your family on a trip? No, answer that. Since you want to have this long commute and make less money, and your money, and mind you, you're the only one working. Remember, she never said the wife was working. She said you was working. So now you were. You did not hear the question. You didn't listen to what she said. She said you. She didn't. Nope. She said you. No, I'm not. See, nope. Don't hate me because you ain't me. You just mad. She said you. And she said the wife wanted to move. She said you was the one with the commute. She said your commute. She didn't say their commute. She didn't say his and hers. She said, look.
Well, how about bringing her back up so we can...
The husband and the wife have a decision to make. Does it matter if they both... No, you didn't say that, Nudgy. You didn't say that. You just said they have a decision.
Verbatim. Read the question
All right,
again.
Let's get her up because I need the question verbatim. She never said that. She never said. She said they have a decision to make. She never said that she was working, and she said his commute was.
Okay. What I said in the comments was, it doesn't matter if both people are working or not.
It does matter.
I'm just saying that, right? The reason why I'm saying that is because the beginning of what I said was a husband and wife have a decision to make.
Right. Keep going.
So whether one person's working,
but that's the scenario. Let's get keep going to what you said.
What I'm saying is, so the husband wants to stay in the city, right?
Right.
Where the commute is easier, there's more diversity, and they will be more financially sound.
Say that again. With a what?
The commute is easier. There's diversity, and they will be more financially sound.
Okay.
The wife wants to move to the suburbs, where they will be less financially sound, next to none probably diversity, and the commute would be longer. Which decision would you make based on those criterias? That's why I said it don't matter who's working, because I never said if the husband's only working or the wife's only working. Both of them collectively have a decision to make. He has his reasons for staying in the city. She has her reason for moving to the suburbs. The question is, which one would you choose based on those scenarios? And
I choose city all day, every day. Because who's this? Okay, I got you, sis. Thank you. Thank you for clarification. So I still choose city every day because look, if I got a house in the city, why would I going to leave the house in the city and go get a whole nother house in the suburb where I'm making less money? So now I'm getting less house. I'm getting less house. Everything has shrunken. Where's your vacation? When are you going on vacation? Because you're struggling with the commute. You're making less money than what you guys was making before. Now let's say both parents are working. you are still making less money. So which means a lot of stuff get minimized. You can't do the vacations that you was doing before. Before you was able to take, because both y'all working, y'all both making hella good money in the city. Y'all was able to go on vacation 3-4 times in a year. Now that whole thing gets minimized down to what? Twice, maybe once, because you got to make sure we got gas. We got to make sure this. We got to make sure this. All this other stuff. Like, come on, really? So you would leave the city to make less money? Not the kid. And that's just me, straight up and down. I ain't leaving the city.
So, from where you grew up at and where you're at right now, if you had your family, which place would you choose?
From where I grew up at and where I'm at now?
To where you're at right now.
So here's the question. Growing up, being someplace is one thing. I'm talking about the money-wise. If I was making the money that I'm making now in New York, would I stay in New York? Yeah. Hands down. Because my commute, because look, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be honest. In New York, I don't need a car. I really don't. I don't need a car to get anywhere I really want to in New York. Every public transportation runs 24/7. I can always get somewhere, anywhere that I need to get to in New York. Moving out, living in the suburbs, you need a car. I'm not, please, walking where?
You can't.
Exactly. So once again, now your finances have changed. You left the city where the commute was easy. Now you move to the suburbs where now you got to buy a car. You got to make sure that the car is good.
Astronomical train bill to get to the city.
Excuse me?
Or pay an astronomical train bill to get to the city or commute.
It's not a train. It's not more than a car.
Well, however you look at it, you're going to be paying more money to get to the city, yes. Whether you drove and have to pay for park or whether you got on a train. Yeah.
If I get on the train, I'm good. I ain't got to pay for parking.
All right, so that's what I'm saying.
What's
you
up, Coach?
Choose the train or you drive, but whatever one it is whatever it is.
You would take a pay cut instead of New York? Why got to be New York? What if it's Atlanta? What if it's Chicago? What if it's LA? Not necessarily have to be New York. It could be any city.
No, I would for a better quality of life, I would move. Because not all money ain't good money.
So watch this. I'm glad you said that, right? Let me ask you a question. So is your quality of life good right now?
Yes, it is.
Where you live at?
In New York.
Where you work at? Where you work? Hold up. Where you work at? In the city, right?
In the city.
So exactly. So you just contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I knew. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for you to say something. You live in city, but you will move to the suburb, but yet your behind is still in the city. You ain't trying to leave the city, and you worked it because you make good money. So you're going to leave your money, right? You're going to leave your money to come to the suburbs and work out here? I'll wait.
If the position was right, yes.
That's not what I asked you. Stop trying to play in my face. Y'all see what I'm saying? You see the difference, y'all?
No.
Let me ask you once again. If you had an opportunity to come to the suburbs for less money, would you do it?
For a better quality of life? You damn right I would.
So how come you ain't moved yet? Because I can get you a job where I'm working at right now.
Because I'm not giving up my 20 years.
Exactly. So stop playing in my face. You just contradicted. You contradict. Look, what you said, the slipper. The slipper. The slipper. The slipper. I was waiting. Thank you for the question. It has nothing to do with 20, 30 years, bro. You just fabricated. So the question is, you would stay in the city. The difference is, bro, stop it. You would stay in the city. 20 years or nothing. I thought it was a way of life. But wait a minute. But last I checked, you said you choose your way of life. So 20 years and you had 20 years is one thing, right? But I'm giving you an opportunity to come to the suburbs and I can still get you a job where I'm working at. And you said, I'm not giving up my 20 years. So it's not the way of life. So stop fabricating because I'm giving you a way out. I'm telling you come to the suburbs, but you chose not to because you chose 20 years of your job over what? Over the quality of life.
You know I'm soon about to retire.
It doesn't matter.
So why
Slipper.
would I leave now?
Slipper.
But if
Slipper.
I have a wife and kids,
Yeah, got him. No.
but you see, this is the
Stop
part
it.
that you're leaving
Stop
out.
it. Stop.
But no. The part that you're leaving out is the family.
Would you stay in the city or move to the suburbs? You chose to stay.
If I had the
Dead it.
family, I would leave. If I
Lady,
had the family,
no, you wouldn't.
I would leave.
You just said you would not because you got 20 years and you're about to retire. So your way of life.
No,
Dead it.
Again,
Bruh.
if I had the family, I would leave.
I was waiting for that. That's why. Listen.
Family with the kids. If I had the family with the kids, I would leave. Yes,
Look,
I would leave if I had the
Watch
family
this.
and the kids.
Nudgy.
I can live anywhere as a single man. I can live anywhere I want. If
No.
I had a wife and kids, I
Negative.
would leave.
Nudgy. One word. 2 words. Rabbit hole. Anyway, let's get it. So now here's a good question, Nudgy. So what I'm hearing is this: if you were single, you would forfeit your 20 years to move to the suburbs. If you had a wife and kids, you would forfeit your 20 years to move to the suburbs.
I would not forfeit. I would have to deal with the commute. Nobody's.
That's not no. She said you making less money.
So okay. So the question is what? Would I forfeit? So would I walk away from a job and not collect my pension for a better quality of life after having 20 years on the job? Is that the question?
Listen. You said it.
No. I want to make.
Yeah, that's the question. Smarty had a party since you want to try to act on
I
things.
don't want to see your rotted flip flops.
My flip flops ain't rotted.
Hell no. I wouldn't forfeit my 20 years.
He's making his own scenario. You see it?
No, I'm about to retire 20 years.
Whoa!
I'm about to retire. If I had a family and I was earlier in my career,
that's not what the question was, bro. I'm answering the question. She asked the question. She gave a scenario. I answered it. You said what you said. Now you're trying to add all this extra stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, since we want to go to the comments like you tried to do last time, let's put a 1 in the comments if he's fabricating. Put a 2 as a comments if he's capping. Put a 3 in the comments if he just contradicted himself.
It's either one or the other. Now you want to put 3. It's either one or the other.
You just contradicted. You changed the scenario. You gave all these things in one swoop, bro. I asked you one simple question, and you changed all these things in one swoop. You gave look at the cap. Look at the numbers.
What's number 3? What was number 3?
What
was your number 3?
You know what number 3 was?
No, I didn't hear you because somebody's mowing.
Boy, get your boys. Yo, he walked into that one, son. I was waiting like.
I didn't walk into nothing. I answered the question. From the
you
very
contradicted. 3 was contradiction. You just, bro.
The very beginning. No. The very beginning, I said I would leave for a better quality of life. Then the question became, would you leave with your 20 years?
I didn't say 20 years. You said you did 20. Now, all I said was this. I asked you this. No. I ain't never say 20 years. I asked you specifically. I said, where do you live right now? Right? You said, okay. What do you do for a living? You got a good job, right? You make good money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you leave your job? And I told you. So since you said you would leave to go to the suburbs, I said, well, here's the thing. If I can get you a job where I work at, would you come? You said no.
All right.
So you contradicted yourself.
Okay, no. I got you. No, you said what you said. And I clearly said this is the bunch of.
Then you turn around because I got 20 years on the job. I'm not leaving.
No. Hey, twin. I said if I had a family, I would. If it's just me, no.
You capping. Stop trying to change
I'm not
it.
capping. Look, the original part of the question was the family. You got young kids and you want a better quality of life. I can live in sewer 7 pipe 11. It's just me. But if you're asking me, would I take me and my family out? And the answer is yes. If it's just me, no.
He lying.
So,
What's the cap with that?
I got a couple of points here. Number one, how is it a better quality of life if I'm struggling financially?
Thank you.
If I'm in the city, I make more money so I can afford a private school, so I'm not worried about the quality of school.
Thank you.
I don't have the commute. I don't know what y'all gas prices are, but my gas prices out here are like $7 a gallon right now. So I don't have the commute, which
Thank
gives
you.
me more time with my family and more work-life balance.
Thank you. Let's get it.
So I don't see how moving to the suburbs, when I can pour more into my family and prepare them for life and spend more time with them, I don't understand how moving to the suburbs is going to change that. And here's the kicker. Who says the suburbs is safer, right?
Come on, player. Let's go.
Where all the mass stuff is going forward. Now, the suburbs may not be safe for you, or me, or Velvet. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I think that's an illusion at this point that we think that the suburbs are a safe place to be. It's just not.
Let's go.
So on that one, that's why I'm going against what you're saying on that one.
No, and I get that. No, and I get that. So your very first point, I can send my kids to private school. Are you aware how much private school costs today?
But you got the money to do it, so what does it matter?
No, you got nothing to say. No, you got nothing to say.
I got a lot to say.
So
If both parents, you can afford it.
No, hear me well. No, let me.
You know how much colleges cost? So look, yeah.
Let me drive.
No, because your bus is jacked up.
And now I have to get another one.
Exactly. Go fix the flats.
I need another bus.
Yeah.
Okay, they just bought me a bus. Now I'm on a new bus. So just sit back and wait for Main Street.
Your seatbelts don't work, but go ahead.
So therefore, I'm going to make less, but it's less necessarily less. So the money now is going to be taken more to buy school, to buy education, right? Private schools literally now about $1,000 a month. If you got 2 kids, that's $2,000 a month. So all that extra money that you was making in the city, just on education alone, not even paying a light bill, $2,000 that came out your household. $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. That's just school, right? Now, when you factor in, I love Mr. Softy, but I don't love Mr. Softy at 11 o'clock at night. I don't want to hear all these gunshots. I don't want to see red cap, blue cap, and now we right and ripping the way it is, mainly more so in the city now does that stuff going up in the suburbs? It absolutely does. But obviously, and it does. You told me about, and I was totally dumbfounded when you told me what you told me about, that part of yeah. I was like, wow. I had no idea. And you drive by there, you're like, no way in the world. It's very true. But when you're making a conservative choice, obviously you're going to go to a place where it's as minimal as it possibly can be with the stuff that you're trying to escape.
You're trying to make this crap make sense.
There are certain parts of the county or the suburbs that you don't want to touch.
You really trying to make this make sense, aren't you? You really trying to make this nonsense make sense. Bro, don't you know in the suburbs that most of these kids out here carry more pew-pews than they do in the city? They commit more crimes out here in the suburbs than they do in the city, believe it or not. You know why? Because you don't see the police as often as you do in the city. City cops, you will see an officer every other city block. Out here in the suburbs, please. I know this. You could be speeding. Listen, they have small police stations. And they have towns. Each town has their own police. You rarely see them. Only on the end of the month when they got to make their quota. But for the most part, you could ride around here, do whatever you want to do, pretty much, and get away with it. But in the city, it's different.
If you could,
And when you're struggling in the suburbs, that doesn't mean that just because it's suburban, that doesn't mean it's a nice suburban area. All you seeing is grass and trees. But at the end of the day, things can still happen. You still got people breaking in your cribs. You got wild animals, all this other stuff. Like you don't even know what's going on. Birds pooping on your car, all types of crap. Like, please. You got to drive 45 hours just to go to a supermarket.
Listen. To Ford's point, I'm going to say we can call it a wash then, because you're saying, hey, you're going to pay more money on education. However, there's scholarships out there, brother. There's all kinds of plans that you can get on there to impact that, right? So, but let's just call that a wash.
No, we can't afford, because here's the thing. You know why, too? No, wait a minute. No, here's the thing, too. You talk about public schools, you still putting your child in public school in the suburbs. So what's the difference? What? It's better? It's better? It's still public school. Do you know the public school systems out here are jacked too?
There is far more accountability in school systems that are in the suburbs because of the property tax that you're paying.
Oh my God, this one here. All you're doing is paying for a building, bro. Did you go to school in the suburbs?
No, I never.
Exactly. So how can you say that if you've never even been there? So you see what I'm saying? Once again, another contradiction. Keep going.
Because realize this, I have cousins and stuff that are younger than me.
Now, here we go. Now you're gonna throw family in the mix. I'm asking you. I'm asking you, dope boy.
But my son did. I didn't, but my son did.
And did you pay for it?
And your property tax, yes.
Did you pay for the school?
It's in your property tax.
So did you pay for the school? I'm asking you, did you pay for the schoolage?
I'm going to say this one more time. There's a difference between city and state. City and state.
Yeah.
In the city, let's just say we don't have your house in the city or whatever have you, you go to school, so you're not necessarily paying whatever little taxes they take from you in the city.
What's the difference between city and state?
When you live,
because ain't the city in the state?
Property tax, I will give you a lesson if you live.
So that means everybody that live in New York, even if they live in Buffalo, they're not New Yorkers.
Okay, I'm gonna say this again.
If you live in Syracuse, are you not a New Yorker?
When you're in a town, there's far more accountability based on your property tax. So those people are starting to say, yo, listen, we want this, we want that, so they have a better handle on it. In New York City, let's just say New York City, you get what you get, and that's it. There's nothing to talk about. If you
a lie.
$13,000, $15,000.
You's a lie, because New York. Listen, there are schools in New York that are amazing, public schools that are amazing.
I didn't say it wasn't.
But you just said you get what you get, so therefore you fabricated again.
But I can tell you
Listen, stop playing in my face. See how you keep getting caught in his nonsense? He keep getting caught in his nonsense. Every time you say something,
bro, you're getting what you're getting.
So check it out. We gonna move past the financial piece, because we can talk about that. I already said it's a wash, and y'all both ain't listening. It's a wash. We don't need to talk more about financial. So let's
him talk about finances.
Let's lean on the other two. Quality of life.
Yeah.
Right. Work-life balance. Right. More time with your family.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. I don't care where you move your family to. If you're not present, no matter where you are located, it could be in the suburbs. If you're not located, you set them up for failure. Yep. So would I rather have that work? Would I rather be stay in the city where I can spend more time with the family? I don't have a commute. Yeah, there may be some costs, but guess what? The costs, I make more money. And if I do need to have them apply for some scholarships, depending on what it is, because we can throw all the types of different scenarios out, but from the blanket, from what we're just talking about, we as men, we need to, as parents, because it could be the man or the woman. As parents, what we need is more time with our children. Yep. We see what happens in the suburbs when kids are left unattended.
Got the
they
milk.
See where you got your They see where you got your. You know what I'm saying? They see where you keeping stuff, where you hiding stuff. Yeah. And then what happens? You gone. They kind of become kind of latchkey kids because we're in the suburbs, so we ain't got to worry about nothing.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. being there, being present, the ministry of presence when it comes to your family, whether it's a mother, a father, or both, is so important. So no matter where you put them, that dynamic is going to be should be successful.
Yep, and you know what the funny part is? When
the financial piece washes itself out, but the other portion of it, I think, and I do think there's illusion that it's safer in the suburbs because
it is an illusion. Because here's the thing, what you just said too. When you're away from your family, from doing all that, guess what? Now your kids calling the milkman daddy. But we're gonna leave that alone.
Chance of it. Chance of it.
Yes, the milkman or the bus driver.
It wasn't somebody, yep. Start calling that man daddy, you'd be messed up.
Well, I mean, I do know someone named Daddy Ford, you know.
They don't call me daddy for no reason, baby.
Yeah, you better watch that.
This your stop, baby.
Yeah.
Is your father home?
Matter of fact,
I'll be right back as soon as I turn this bus around.
not even. He'd be like, yo, I'm about to park the bus down the block. I'll be there in 5 minutes, baby. Just leave the door open. He's like, he probably got a pair of Pumas in everybody's doorstep. That man got, yo, I was like, everywhere I go, I got Puma slippers. That's why. Yeah, let's reel it back in. Yeah, that's why he laughing, yo. He's stupid. Yeah.
You gotta have some of your laughter,
yo. Yeah, he just pull up, just parking the bus. Where you at? I got some Puma slippers, baby.
Just leave the sandwich on the counter.
Ooh, whoa, Lord. Yo, it's the and
we got about 2 hours before your father gets
home.
Yeah,
the funny part is I'm processing this right now, how it look. That's why I be calling him, yo, where you at? I'll be home in 45 minutes. He's 15 minutes away, but he be home in 45 minutes. So what you doing for them first 30 minutes, bro? Yo, you gotta love it. Yo, you gotta love it, man.
All right, we got another question. Go ahead, pack me up. We got another question.
Well, we taking questions from the audience now because we almost out that time.
Yeah, it's actually 10-2, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to chill, you can chill. Yeah, if you want to chill, you can chill. Ladies and gentlemen, we got questions. We taking questions now from each and everybody that's here. Anybody got a question? I know one sister did have a question, so you feel free to come up. Request up if you have a question. Our moderators will bring you up, and we will answer it to the best of our abilities.
Hey, yo.
That joint was funny, though. That was classic. That was classic.
Hey, you got tears coming out my eyes.
You and me both, bro. That joint.
Before his off day, he just driving the bus route. Just.
Yeah, he's just going to work. Yeah, and it's funny because he got a key to the bus. He just walk up, start whistling.
See a little smudge on the side on the paint. Just. All right.
Hey, yo.
Oh man.
Nobody want to come up and ask questions?
Well, I guess not.
Oh man.
It's one of those. Dag, I got me in tears with that one, bro. That was.
Hey yo.
Ooh.
Yo, my stomach. Yo.
Yo.
Oh my God, yo.
I think we got one. All right, Rain got. Hey.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's get. Hey, Rain, welcome in.
Hey, I got a quick question. I was thinking of this, right? So since y'all both are so New York, right? And Velvet, you got to take this in a different way. But y'all are both so New York. If you meet a person and you get connected with them and you basically fall in love with them, right? Do you leave where you're comfortable with to go to where they are, even if you don't like where they're at? So basically I'm saying, y'all in New York, right? You meet a woman, she lives in let's go crazy. Let's just say Canada. Or, yeah, let's say Canada. And she wants you to move there. Do you go there or do you stay in New York and make her come to where you're at?
Okay, that's a good
Or
question.
you're willing to make the move?
Okay, here's the thing. I would have to go visit first just to make sure, to see if I'm comfortable there. That's number one. Number two, I got to make sure that if I'm going to move there with her or move up there, I gotta get a job that makes sense to me. It gotta make, for me, it gotta make financial sense, and I have to also be comfortable where I'm at.
So basically, you're saying no. Okay, what you say, Daddy?
I'm not saying what,
because you got too many hurdles. This is just a basic. She wants you to come to where she's at. It's not like you have an option.
well, you know what though? Good. Well, yeah, I would, to be honest. It's
What you say, Daddy Ford?
Yeah, if I'm not taken out of the way too tough, if it's not going to be a hindrance on my life, because any move you're going to make, you're going to gain and you're going to lose. So that's a part of the equation. So as long as I'm not losing more than I'm gaining, I'd make that run, especially if we're going to make life together. Yes.
yeah. You know what? And I did it. I did it.
I asked that question because I wouldn't do it. That's why I was asking.
That's you. But you can't ask the question to a man that you can't, pack her up.
Back me up. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, I mean, like, yeah, it's true. And if she's the one, sometimes people always think that a man is supposed to be this, he's the lead. But you know what? Good leaders also know how to make moves. At the same token, I could be a good leader, but guess what? If I see that there's something good within that woman, why not? Why not? She don't always have to come to us. We can go to them. I go live with her, and then we can make life better, and then we can move on. We can stay there and then take from there and then build something on our own. It's okay.
A good leader's a good follower.
Thank you.
But I will say this: I feel like it really is, because it got to make financial sense. I mean, you guys got to be able to make a life together. So if she's working at if she's like the cashier at Wendy's or something like that,
Oh yeah.
like a fast food joint, that's different than somebody who's got a career. You know what I mean? Like my thought has always been, you go to where the most support is, and then you build there. So I think for me, it depends. It's not a yes. It depends. For me, it depends on the situation. If I was in more of a financial stable situation where so we could afford for her to come and take her time trying to find out what she wants to do and where she's going to be worked. That's what you're supposed to do. But I'm 100% open to saying, hey, yeah, I'll head that way if it makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody want to come up and ask questions?
Thank you, Rain. We appreciate you. You're the only one that actually came up here and asked a question because you tough as nails. Oh, we got another one. Who this? Uh-oh. Shh, cover girl. Shh.
Oh, okay. Be quiet.
Good morning, cover girl. Welcome in.
Good morning.
And she in the supermarket. Listen, can you go back? Can you get me some paprika?
Paprika? Where's it?
I know, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Or get some of that slap. You got some of that slap your mama? And she looking too. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, she do. I know she got some slap your mama.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, boy, I see it right there. Slap your mama.
Right, she standing right in front of me. Wow. Whoa.
Let's go.
The thing. The large one. That one right there.
Yeah, bring that.
Obey, you can't go.
Yeah, we ain't making no fish though. Bring. Yeah, I need one of those. So when you come up, can you bring that, please? Thank you.
Okay.
When you come to New York, can you bring that for your boy? Thank you.
Are you talking about this big one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You don't got slap your mom out there?
Where, PA? Heck no.
And they have this one.
I like that one. Whichever one is spicy.
I think this is the spicy.
There we go. Yeah, bring that joint.
Always a spicy one.
It's
Always
right.
looking
You know,
spicy.
spicy boy, so I could put some of that in his beard. Oh, we do? My bad, ma'am. I'm sorry, babe. We got it up here. Never mind. That tells you how much I go to supermarket. So that let y'all know. I don't know.
So I do have a question. So my question is, in today's economy, as it relates to going back to living in the suburbs versus the city. So my question is, if money was diminished as far as your pay, living in the city, and you weren't getting paid any more money living in the suburbs. However, the quality of life was better and the commute was better. Which would you choose?
I live in the suburbs, so that'll tell you.
Yeah, suburbs.
Yeah, I mean that's a gimme. That's like a no-brainer. Matter of fact, I live in the suburbs. I left the city. I'm in the suburbs. Quality of life is better for me. My job, I make more money than I'm making in New York. Yeah, but see, for me, it made sense. I'm making more now than I was when I was in the city.
Okay. Ready for work?
He gonna stay there because he got 20 years in his job, so he ain't going nowhere. He ain't giving that up.
He ain't giving up his pension.
Not his pension. And he about to retire.
If they told you that you could keep your pension and move to the suburbs.
Oh, absolutely.
He still ain't. You ain't leaving New York because you.
I'm gone. I'd stay in the suburbs of New York, but I'm gone.
See,
I'm gone. Gone. I'd actually leave everything down there and start anew.
I'll be in the city every week.
I know. Going to somebody.
Yeah. I'm in the city. I'm on the block, baby.
He'd be like, y'all. He'd be in the city every week, going to all them houses, picking up them Pumas.
And redistributing them.
Yeah, he'd be recycling them at everybody. I'll be over there in a minute, baby. I gotta stop over here and get these Pumas from some girl's house, baby. I'll be back, baby. What's up, Robin? Welcome in. What's your question?
My question is, if you could go back to any point in your life, what year would you go back to and why?
Damn, that's a good question. I would go back to yesterday.
That's an excellent question, Robin. That is a great question.
What year would I go back to? Damn, why you got to do that?
No, that's a great question.
You know what I go back to? I'll go back to... I'll go back to 2020, 2021, 2020, 2021. That's a year. That's I would go back to get remarried again. Oh, by now, baby.
I would. Let me tell you something.
But you know what? I wouldn't go back. There's nothing I would go back to. Only thing I would go, if I would go back. I would go back to maybe like 17, 18 and tell myself something different. But as far as that, I love where my life is at right now. That's the reason why it's my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a question, everybody. It's just a question. And I'd go back to 1985, man.
I know we did in 2018, Ninja Ed. I just said 21 because that was the good years.
1985 was like, you could go out. It was the summer, come home, we was out of school. That was my best favorite year of having fun and just going where we wanted to. Me and my whole crew, my friends, doing what we wanted to do. That was just so much fun, not having to worry about a bill or nothing. You came in, you went as you pleased, and that was it. So if I would have to go back to any year, I'd go back to a year where I'd have to deal with responsibilities, but I had all the fun in the world I wanted.
So which is like right now?
Pretty much, but just going back, and I had no gray hair.
What is like,
I would go back to.
Man, Robin, that was a great question. That was a serious question. I like that question, Robin. Great question.
I'd go back to 1990, my senior year in high school.
Ooh.
And that's when Chubb Rock jumped on the scene, too.
Okay. I was just about to ask Robin, does he have?
She asked me why. I would say some things happened in my senior year that affected me later in life, and I would like a do-over on that. Even though I love where I'm at now, I probably could have got here faster had I made some different decisions when I was in my senior year.
I think we all would. Let's be for real. We all would, do things differently, but that's just a part of growing up. Thank God we finally think different now regardless. But, we all would. There's not one person on the face of this earth that would look back and say, boy, would I have done this different or that different.
But we say that every day. The same thing when when I was about to ask, like, Robin, does D Ford have any slippers at your doorstep? I'm not letting that go this whole week, bro. I'm the ladies, and I'm going to ride this slipper joke for a week. That joint was classic, son.
Hey, yo.
Listen, now I know what I'm gonna have. I know what I'm bringing for a gift.
Some Puma slides. So
what size shoe you wear?
A 7.
11.
He wear 11. He wear 11 in boys. That's my brother though, man. Baby feet.
Yo.
Nah, listen, man. I love making make sense. I know the time. We see the clocks, man. I see the clocks, man. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, as one of the hosts of this live, myself, Velvet Jones, we got Daddy Ford, we got Mr. Ford, we got Sister Nudge. We want to thank each and everybody that came to this live this morning. We normally do this on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we had to switch it according to our work schedules because we do have lives. Some of us do have jobs. And I know I'm working this Saturday. I know my brother's working this Saturday, but we want to thank each and every person that comes to this live. I know I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. You guys are the most important people. The ones that are in the comments, you are the most important people to me when it comes to us, when it comes to me and hopefully my brothers when we do the lives that we do on our platforms. You guys you're the ones that make the lives possible with the taps, with your comments. I love seeing the comments. I love people coming for me in the comments. I be wanting to come back to y'all, but they be like, no. So I'm gonna let y'all know when you see me on Wednesdays and you come for me in the comments, I'm coming back at you. But it's all out of love. I don't hate you. I don't got no dislike for nobody. I just like the comments. You got anything you want to say, bro?
Yeah, real quick. Once again, thanks everybody for the taps. Thank you for your presence and mainly the engagement. Remember, nothing is factual. So when you come on this kind of live, you come in to hear different perspectives, and I try to put them in your everyday repertoire. Would you change? Would you do the same? Would you take his advice? Would you take my advice? Would you put them all together? This is just giving you two different angles at the same question that everybody faces daily. That's all. There's no, it is what it is. But we love this show. Once again, June 6th, everyone. If you're in the tri-state area, June 6th, make it make sense. We're going to do this live in the Bronx, New York, live. And if you can join, I didn't put my